Dream big, but keep your eyes open. India's most important debate on the illusion and reality of becoming a superpower. Pause for a moment. Flashy graphics racing across TV screens with loud music, hashtags trending on social media, speeches echoing from stages, and one claim everywhere. India is already a global superpower. It feels good to hear this. It creates pride. It feels as if we are standing at some golden turning point in history. But amid this noise, a calm, steady voice emerges. One that does not ask for applause, but forces us to think. This is the voice of Raghuram Rajan. And he asks a simple question: have we really reached there? Or are we just living in the imagination of having reached there? What makes Raghuram Rajan's words special is that he neither gets carried away by excitement nor spreads pessimism. His tone is not like a political speech, but like that of an experienced teacher, someone who does not speak to please students, but to make them better. He clearly says that ambition is necessary, dreaming big is necessary. But the most dangerous situation arises when we erase the line between dreams and reality. When we start believing that we have already become something, while in truth, we are still in the process of becoming it. According to him, declaring India a superpower in haste is not just a mistake of words, it is a mistake of mindset. Because when a country starts seeing itself as a winner too early, it stops asking hard questions of itself. It begins to cover up its weaknesses. It starts believing that there is no need for reform anymore, that it is time only for celebration. But history shows that this is exactly the point where the foundation of decline is laid. Rajan puts it very clearly. We are not a superpower. We can become one. This single sentence contains the essence of the entire debate. Between we are and we can become, there is not just a difference of grammar, but a difference of decades of hard work, discipline, and patience. A superpower is not a badge that can simply be pinned on the chest. It is built through small, everyday decisions, repeated consistently over many years. Today, India's biggest strength is said to be its young population, the demographic dividend. This term is very popular. But Rajan reminds us that if this SAM youth is left without skills, without jobs, and without proper education, then this demographic dividend can turn into a demographic disaster. The question is not how many young people we have. The real question is, what are we turning them into? When we say that India is dominating the world, do we also look at how many graduates are actually employable? How many children leave school without basic reading and math skills? How many women remain outside the workforce because the system is not flexible for them? How many people are working in the informal sector without any social security? According to Rajan, turning a blind eye to these questions is the real problem. He says that when we repeatedly start believing that we are already a superpower, we begin to ignore these uncomfortable realities. We assume these are minor issues and that growth will automatically fix everything. But growth does not fix anything on its own. Growth needs direction, it needs policies, and it needs institutions. Rajan also acknowledges that India has made progress on many fronts. Economic stability has improved. Investment in infrastructure has increased. Efforts have been made to keep inflation under control. These are achievements and cannot be denied. But he clearly says that becoming satisfied with these is dangerous because the real challenges are still ahead. The real challenge exists where cameras rarely go, inside classrooms where teachers lack resources, on factory floors where productivity lags behind global standards, in district hospitals where there is a shortage of doctors, in local courts where justice takes years. Nation building happens here, not just at grand conferences. According to Rajan, GDP growth numbers may make headlines, but they are not power by themselves. Real power comes when growth is inclusive, sustainable, and improves the quality of people's lives. If growth does not create jobs, does not raise productivity, and does not upgrade skills, then that growth is hollow. He draws a very important distinction between ambition and self-congratulation. Ambition keeps you restless to move forward. Self-congratulation stops you right where you are. Ambition says, we still need to become better. Self-congratulation says, we are already ahead. What more is needed? And this mindset slowly gives birth to complacency. Raghuram Rajan says that there is no fixed deadline to becoming a true superpower. It is not a goal that can be circled on a calendar 2047 or 2050 and victory declared. Becoming a superpower is a continuous process. It is decided by everyday actions. In his words, building India is a collective effort that every citizen must contribute to. What a soldier does at the border, what a teacher does in the classroom, the honesty a doctor shows with a patient, the integrity a bureaucrat displays while clearing a file, the risks an entrepreneur takes while innovating, all of this is part of nation building. There are no shortcuts. Rajan says that we will have to work hard every single day for the next 30 years. And only then might we be able to say that it is time to relax a little. This sounds heavy because there is no instant reward in it. But perhaps this is the most honest roadmap. Today, the world's attention is on India. Global supply chains are changing. Geopolitics is taking new directions. This is a big opportunity for India. But opportunity does not convert automatically. For that, institutions have to be strengthened, the rule of law has to be made trustworthy, contracts must be enforced, and predictability has to be created for businesses. Rajan's biggest fear is that we might mistake global praise for real strength. Headlines keep changing. Attention is here today and somewhere else tomorrow. But if the foundation is not strong, we will remain stuck at the same place. That is why he says we must resist the temptation to declare victory too early. He repeatedly emphasizes that investment in human capital is the most important. Schools, colleges, vocational training, healthcare, all of this may seem boring and not glamorous. But this is what creates real power. A superpower does not mean only missiles and markets. A superpower means strong people and strong institutions. There is nothing anti-national in his words. On the contrary, this is the deepest form of patriotism. Because loving a country does not mean only clapping and celebrating. It also means recognizing its weaknesses and trying to fix them. Speaking the truth is not easy, especially when the atmosphere is celebratory. But this is exactly what progress requires. India has potential. There is no doubt about that. The market is large, talent exists, and there is no shortage of energy or ambition. But there is a difference between potential and power. Potential is a promise. Power is performance. And performance comes from consistency, not from slogans. So the next time you hear, India is already a superpower, pause for a moment and ask yourself, are we working toward that direction every day? Or are we only talking about the destination? Are we running away from uncomfortable questions? Or are we confronting them? Raghuram Rajan's blunt words hurt because they break illusions. But illusions must be broken so that real building can begin. Dream big, dream about the world. But keep your eyes open and your feet firmly on the ground. Because India's journey is still long. And perhaps that is exactly what gives hope.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.